Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the weekly Crusaders of the Lost Idols live stream. I'm your host, Erika, the live services manager for Crusaders, and I'm joined by Kat. Kat, tell the lovely people about yourself.
Hey, I'm Kat. I'm the lead artist for Crusaders, and I draw here for you weekly. And the drawings from the stream I post on my Twitter at Skeleven, which is also up above somewhere on the overlay if you can't figure out how to spell it.
Nice. So we'll be going over the catch-up week of coloring sheets to start off the stream this week, and then we will be getting into the question and answer portion while we sketch. So let's start looking, I guess.
Yeah, got quite a few submissions for the catch-up week, which was pretty cool. It was really interesting for me to see so many older sheets. It kind of put in perspective how many have been done.
Yeah, no, we've done a lot.
So starting with a batch from Arhue Agaga. First off with an old Adina sheet.
The pinks and greens really go well together.
They do. And I find it very interesting that they spent the time to like none of this is paint bucketed. They've got this like interesting sort of fuzzy brush that they went over everything with. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you can mostly see it in the hair, but a couple other places kind of looks like we're trying to do that
Underwater?
yeah, the lighting underwater effect. That's super cool. So I appreciate that. And you can see some like bubbles or maybe light motes, whichever. Definitely making her an underwater sea slug. I mean, it's what she was based off of, so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great. And another one by same person, Arhue. This one kind of makes me laugh because it looks like he's got like major tan lines.
Major farmer's tan, yeah.
But like also like the goggle tan, so like he went in to get a tan, but he didn't take his t-shirt off. Like, I don't
know. Yeah.
It's very funny.
But I like the addition of the forest scene behind it too, because
yeah, the background is really nice, and there's like a little pond and like sunlight, and it's very cool. And also definitely in his antlers and maybe in the branch. No, in his antlers, there's these little tinges of green that kind of give it like a mossy look, like implying age, kind of. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then there's just all the colorful butterflies. Those are fun to see again after so long. Because this was one of the first ones.
Yeah, well, it's St. Patrick's event again, so this would, yeah. One of the very first ones.
Wow. A whole year. Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, got a little, like, oh. Another one by Arhue. This was the very first one, and still seems to be pretty popular, which is pretty cool. I like that they edited Zhao's expression.
And gave Anna some bad breath, or just breath.
Or something. It could be, garlic and onions, or
attempting to flame him, whatever.
Yeah. Either way, it's very cute.
Yes.
And I really like the like reddy orange and then lighter orange combination in all of the bits of his mane.
Yeah.
It looks really nice, very fiery, but also still being like hair.
Mm-hmm.
And also some clouds, nice clouds. It's very nice. And it's also by Arhue. The one that strikes me about this one is the background that they put in,
dentist
like,
office.
a whole office, and it looks really good.
Yeah.
Like, it's got a pretty far perspective because obviously that's like the far wall, and like it's blurry because you're not focusing on it, but you can still tell what everything is, basically.
Yeah.
I really like it. And also, these teeth are clean and these teeth are not because he hasn't got to them yet.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of fun. And the like sort of multicolored minty, those are just really pleasing colors. Yeah. It's very good. Thank you very much. Another one by Arhue. Another older one of Rena exploding.
Transforming. Something.
Yeah. Something. Yeah, this one is less of the like half and half that a lot of people were doing when this first happened, and more of some kind of like
Immolating, turning into flames kind of deal.
Like a ghost burning up in sunlight or something like that. It's interesting. I like all the little ghosty bits being completely colored, and the sort of the background kind of telling a story, like I said, of a ghost burning up or whatever. And I believe those are all so those were all from Arhue Agaga. Thank you very much. There was a lot of work, and they were very fun. This one is from Azaria. Excuse me. This makes me happy just because it was like, oh, Koivu, my baby.
Yes.
I'm still very attached to him. And basically using his canon colors, but like just pants, not a whole bodysuit or whatever was going on, which is interesting. It works actually with the bark markings, I suppose. Like a mixture of the browns and black, and like reverse gloves almost. It looks really good. Like, this is another one that was so long ago I forget some of my intentions, so I'm like, hey, that looks great. So thank you, Azaria. Another one from them. I really like this blue and light sort of beige, or periwinkle blue, purpley, indigo, not indigo, like a pale indigo, I guess. But anyway, it's really nice. these blues and these beiges all together.
Yes.
Very, very into it. And then this like deep burgundy and some brown to stand out. It's all very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some nice glow on the lights, because they're lights. So, yeah. Thank you for that one. Another one by Azaria. Another older one. I appreciate the mixing of blood into this.
The blue base is turning purple.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. And paying attention to all the background stuff, like these little caterpillar whatevers in a jar. The mandibles are a different color. They stand out really nicely. And then like literal night crawlers perhaps, and roots with multiple colors. It looks really good.
Yeah.
And also the little multicolored streaks of hair. It's those little details that really, elevate it above just a paint bucket coloring sheet. So thank you again for that one. And here's one by our very own Erika.
No.
Aw, come on, it's great.
Yeah, no, it works.
I love the alien squiggles in the background. He's so silly.
Yeah, I was like, what sheet does it make sense to tease alien squiggles on? And it's like, Elm Quest has enough white space.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, looming in the background. It's like a sleep paralysis demon, but you're like dentist paralysis. It's like, I can't move.
Instead of gassing you, he just uses the alien powers to put you out. I don't know.
Yeah. I like the blue tongue. It's like, makes you wonder whose mouth this is. This is definitely one of the ones that, like, because this was a thing I remember when the sheet was first done. It wasn't totally sure whether it was a tiny Dr. Elmquist in, like, normal Pearson's mouth, or if it was a big monster mouth. And this one definitely seems like a big monster mouth to me.
Yeah, no, that's what I was more going for.
And a second one by our dear Erika.
Yeah. Get on the Adina train.
Yeah. I like the colors that you use, that you've got like cool colors on the outside and then an inner warm colors. It's like the protective inner part and a more hardy outer part, I guess. Looks good.
Yeah, no, it came out pretty good and it photographed well.
And these were both pencil crayon?
Yep.
Yeah. Very nice.
Got some texture from my desk in there.
Oh, yeah. And here's a fun side-by-side that Full Chain did for us. This was the one that they did originally when it first came out, and then a super upgraded version, or definitely seems like Imani is like fighting a kraken underwater or something. It's super cool.
Yeah, no, it's really nice.
With all the bubbles and different levels of perspective? No. Kind of perspective. It's like it's atmospheric perspective, like with her braid in the back there, and like little bits of like implied monster.
Well, the tentacle around her.
Well, yeah, but like in the background, there's
extra
also
implied monster. Yeah,
little bits of like some kind of huge beastie. And like the sword is a little blurred over here so that you pay more attention to her face being much clearer and more defined, hard strokes. Yeah, it looks really good, of course. And it's another one that like tells a really good story, I think.
Yeah.
And it's definitely cool to see a side-by-side comparison of what you did a year ago or so versus now. So thank you, Full Chain. And yes, Full Chain also did this completely by scratch fan art of Sasha in Red Sonja style, which is super cool and unexpected and awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Broken horn on the helmet. Yeah.
Yeah. The fiery red hair. Got the sort of shadowed limbs as she's walking forward, so they're alternate. That makes a lot of sense. But also this like gleam off this axe looks really nice. And I mean, you know what you're doing. Anatomy's all perfect and great, and yeah, it was a really nice surprise to see just like a totally unique fan art thing. So that was super cool. Thank you, especially Full Chain. And on that note, I would absolutely welcome anybody to do any kind of fan art if they wanted to. That it's like the most flattering thing, honestly. It's always really, really cool, and it's hard to be as appreciative as I want to be without just being like, thank you. I'm trying to be more intellectual. Artist. But,
yes.
Yeah, we super appreciate them. And now we have a batch from James Incandenza. I hope I'm saying that right. Starting with the ever popular Anna and Xiaolong. It's close to their, canon colors, but taking some different directions, like keeping Zhao's limbs basically all blue, but just with accents of gray, and making Anna's spots stand out much, much more. But it's nice, and I don't think, at least I don't recognize the name James Incandenza, so I think this might have been their first time submitting some stuff, and if so, welcome. It's always nice to see new people. Another one by James.
I like the colors on Apellion. It's like feels like it would be something someone in the real world would wear.
This one is always funny to see like bright colors on because it's such like a moody.
Yeah, in game they're both gothy.
Yeah, so that's fun. I like Apellion's hair as well. It's like an under dye with the red and then the sort of lime greeny top. So everything's very bright. It's fun. Yeah. Thank you for that. Another one by James. I'm not sure if it was the paint or the way it got saved, but it's a little pixelaty, but that's okay. Got all of the frogs turned into various items. This was another one that was like, man, I just like forgot that I ever did this, you know?
Right.
So that's fun to see. I like what you did with
Ilsa's costume.
yeah, very very Jokery or Harley Quinn maybe, or just the idea of Harlequins rather, like it doesn't have to be
The Harley Quinn.
yeah, but the idea of alternating colors and stuff, I think it looks really cool. Yeah.
And definitely crazy eyes on Ilsa.
Yeah, it looks really good though. They stand out very well. Another one from James of more Dr. Almquist with lots of different colored teeth. From the way that like the molars are different colors from the canines and I think they're called incisors. No, that's not right. I don't know. It almost looks like they're like transplanted teeth, if that makes sense.
Or they just have gnarly cavities and they need to be drilled out. There's just no saving them.
Yeah. Another person giving Almquist some actual eyeballs. That was also a popular thing. Orcs tend to have just like full color eyes, but you can do what you want with them. Yeah. So thank you for that. Another James, the Alien Slumber Party. Hello, Sari. This was also one that like made me really happy to see because I completely forgot ever drawing it, and I like it a lot.
Yeah. Well, we just turned through so many, I guess.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff the past year has been a blur. So, I love the little squiggles on the box.
Squiggle snacks, yeah.
Squiggle snacks, yeah. I don't really want to think about what squiggle snacks are, but that's okay.
He's just promoting them, just like Toucan Sam. There's no toucans in Fruit Loops, right? You'd hope.
Yeah, definitely hope. I like that the cheesy poofs look more like worms.
More alien snacky, yeah.
Yeah, because who knows what the aliens want. Yeah. I'm biased, obviously, but I was really happy to see this sheet pop up again. Well, thank you, James. And here it's one from Silexi that's actually got two images to it, but start with this one. Actually, I guess we'll sort of go back and forth between them, because this was a glitter watercolor, I believe. Which is really interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a glitter watercolor. And it looks really good in this photo, because I know that this was a scan. And, they were a little, like, bummed that it really didn't show up very well.
Yeah, I guess the light of the scanner just blows out sparkles.
Yeah, I mean, sparkly things and shiny, like, gilded, like, gold and stuff is kind of famously hard to scan. So getting actual photographs, it definitely brings it out way better. It's so sparkly. It's really nice looking.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
And it really gives you along that like
mystical.
Yeah,
being.
Like I don't know. He's more powerful than Dragon Anna. More something. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Silexi. And this was via 119, I believe, on Reddit. It was just a little too late for the actual Rosy week, but I really like these colors, these bright greens with like a little bit of kind of underbelly color differentiation.
Yeah.
With the pink and deep purples. Looks
and
really together.
Like yellow teeth or drool on some of the triangle bits around the mouth.
Yeah, or just like extra markings or
Gold teeth, whatever.
yeah, whatever you might want, really. And this like royal purple carpet looks really nice. With the like stone columns and purple drapery. Really looks like some kind of very fancy outdoor garden thing. Yeah. So that's real nice. Thank you, Via. Just call you Via. I hope that's okay. And now we have a batch from Zizix. I do like this yellow, red, black. Like, it's very stark, but it works really well. But I know they just did a whole bunch of Magras, mostly to, you know, get the numbers up, which is fine. But,
They do look cool. Like,
yeah.
I mean, they have more patience than I do. I wouldn't bother trying to paint bucket or get used to painting programs. I'd stick with my pencil crowns.
That's fair. Yeah. It's definitely interesting to see the different... Oh, I like the blue paw pads. Cute little detail. And then this one has some cool facial stuff going on. I didn't notice at first. So, yeah. You know, we still appreciate all of the effort, even if it's just like, I want the number to go higher. That's cool.
It's cool.
You know, I mean, it's an incentive for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So that was all of the coloring sheets for the off week. If you hear my cat, he is especially noisy this morning, of course. But now I'm gonna give everything over to Erika to answer your questions, because that went a little long. But hopefully everybody likes seeing coloring sheets. Do my best to sketch some stuff for you.
I like seeing coloring sheets.
Me too.
I see since Lauren updated the Nightbot filter for naughty words, some more people are getting caught.
Oh no.
So Mike Hero chimes in, we need a George Carlin monologue of all the banned words we can't use.
Maybe not all of them.
Maybe not all of them, but yeah.
Words are banned for a reason, most of the time.
Whipped Quasin says, my internet isn't working all day, but I can't miss the stream, so I'm on my cell hotspot. Oh, wow. Thank you.
That's dedication. Thanks for that, yeah.
Yeah. I guess this might have been when you were looking at the blood voodoo sheet. Snow Lover was asking if that was a Corey skin. I think that was just... Yeah, you did Corey more in the style of his extra skin you get from jeweled chests, right? Yeah. Yep. Rather than his little bushwhacker assembled pieces.
Yeah. It's very much just Baron Samedi?
Samedi, yeah.
I think so, yeah. Which is, you know, a sort of mythological figure as it is.
Levsky asks, what expires at 10 a.m. Pacific? Is it the weekly code or the unopened chest? That would be the code. Chests don't disappear. You can sit on your chests. There are players still, I think, that have the very first weekend promo chests sitting in their inventory. It's like, okay, you do you. You want to collect the art? Wow, Gragatrim won the first giveaway.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Chat scrolled too much. I can't see which of our regulars are in chat, but yes, welcome to all our regulars. So. When we were looking at the one Elmquist sheet, Maker says it is Elmquist, and he does collect teeth, so they could be transplanted into their patients.
Discovering more lore.
Slab McClartude says the eldritch entity formerly known as Squiggles the Clown.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, okay. Landrew, I think Fruit Loops come in a box too, not 2 cans.
Uh,
No, that's pretty good.
it definitely caught me off guard.
Yes. And Starina did say yes, that's glitter watercolor. So, Conqueror Shinko, evening, Kat, Erika, and Chat, and also Kevin. We will tell Kevin you say hi. Euthel, any plans on making the last Tier 4 11th objective easier? By the point players can beat it, it's quite useless. If it becomes a problem when we're doing the Tier 5 11th objectives and most of the players can't get to that, then we might revisit the difficulty of... Wow, Evil Scheme. Yeah, that's the one. Although we did just get another Demon Crusader in Gwen, so that should help a little bit with completing it. But yeah, we'll see when we get to the Tier 5 11ths. Dragon Slayer 96. I wonder who is the shortest and who is the tallest Crusader? Probably one of the leprechauns.
I think Larry is the shortest. Tallest, I think Original Shenna.
Yeah, Original Shenna's pretty big as a sprite. Like, we even had to shrink it a bit, I think. Some of the orcs are pretty tall. No? No.
They're not too big.
Yeah, you're usually good at keeping them all somewhat same height.
I try. Some of the ones with really extraneous parts, like wings and stuff, so like dragons tend to get kind of big. But like actually tall, there have definitely been ones where like they could have benefited from being like really tall and skinny to really push features more, but just due to the way that the game is, we can't really do that. Yeah, I think more often I run into horizontal constraints.
Right.
With like Zhao's skin, that was kind of hard to keep within the box.
Yeah. Dear Ledia says, can I say I love the dungeon recipe unlocks, including the newer Crusaders. So many have been my last needed epic on the Tier 6s. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it wouldn't really make sense to like, hey, they're unlocked in the missions. You know, you have this nice little epic recipe token for the dungeons, but nope, you can't buy any of the new recipes. You can only buy old recipes. That would be a little weird.
Pretty mean.
Yeah. I think on the last Rosie sheet, someone said, that's what I call a catwalk. And then Make says, we can't even sing the catwalk song because the main word is banned. Well, you can't type it in chat. You can sing it to yourself out loud. And Starinda says, they agree they've tried to learn digital coloring and they always go back to physical art.
Yeah, it's a long time ago now for me, but I do remember the learning curve, especially of using a tablet, like not a screen tablet, but like a
Pressure?
like a desk tablet where you're not looking at what you're drawing. The hand-eye coordination thing is quite something to learn.
Yeah, no, I don't know, sometimes I think I might like digital coloring better with tablet, because like obviously I really suck at mouse art.
Nobody's good at mouse art. It's okay.
I don't know, there's some people who can draw with a mouse and I'm always like super impressed.
Yeah, I did spend a lot of time with a mouse when I was 12-ish, before I ever got my first tablet, and I got pretty okay at it, because all we had was a Mac. Actually, it wasn't even a mouse technically, it was a puck, like a perfectly circular mouse. I think the only reason I was able to do anything was because I was young enough that my hands were tiny.
Right. Cassius, just spotted on Twitter, one of the US masked singers, Snail, was just revealed as Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, I saw that this morning. It's a pretty funny clip.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to look that up because, like, what? To take off the snail mask and you see a Kermit mask underneath.
It's actually pretty great.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can link you the clip afterwards.
Via119 says, thanks for showing my coloring sheet. I did another one in the catch-up thread, but put them in a reply. Is it possible you missed that?
Entirely possible. I will
catch it for next week, yeah.
Yeah, I will definitely find it and put it in the next one. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, and calling them Via is totally fine.
Cool.
Slab McLartude says, the next set of 5th runes should be really exciting. Neat Crusaders are likely going to be ruined. Any thoughts on timing or cool stuff? So yeah, the next batch does contain Mindy and Karen. So yes, this will be a fun batch to release. But so cadence-wise, I guess it's only 2 data points, but I mean, you guys are pretty smart. Should be next Thursday with the Ghost Spirits Greed objectives. Because the runes are currently in game, and I am currently testing the values that are in there, and then readjusting. So I think we'll be fine for launching with Ghost Spirits Greed next week. For that batch, which, yes, the Mindy Karen batch. Oof. Baby LEG 2000, good day, Crusaders. Good day. Maikiru, if we are using Pokemon measurements, Zhao's length would make him pretty tall.
Yeah.
Like a Gyarados, or whatever. Big ones.
Or Rayquaza, yeah.
Fly by Moon, whoever came up with the Tier 5 premature party objectives is very, very evil. I was a little nicer this year. I took the Lucky 7s off 3 of the 5 objectives, so you only have to deal with it on 2. After last year being a bit of a nightmare for players. Although you guys all passed it, so... Justin was even calling me out on the ones I did leave, because seeing double only spawns the epic Crusader doubles, which last for 2 projectile hits, or a lot of clicks, or a lot of DPS. So he had to bust out his best projectile and extra item drop Crusader formation to clear it. But at least it's not one of the ones with restricted Crusaders. Jay is commenting on the code, there is no Pies Day. So, March 14th, 3/14, Pi Day. If you're a math nerd, it's on Sunday this year. Also, it's COVID time, so we don't do, like, special things in the office, because only half the office is here, and the rest is working at home. So, no pies. For the past... Yeah, all the years I've been working here, at least, we've done Pi Day. So we've had pie on Pi Day in the office. And it's like, yay, but not this year.
Yeah. Everybody just has to go buy their own pies.
Yeah, that is true. I could just buy my own pie.
Or make, you know.
It's on the calendar, Jay. Didn't you wonder what that was? Pi Day tomorrow? The Pi Day tomorrow one is to remind me to buy pies for Pi Day. Jay apparently doesn't have the calendar shared with them. We'll fix that. Baby Illy, I'm an Idle Champions player, don't do Crusaders, but I like the art. What's the wonderful cat drawing today?
Oh, well, first of all, thank you. Today, drawing Saint Patrioca, which was a Crusader I didn't design, so it's interesting going
to redraw her, yeah.
Design. And in the background is going to be Gold Panda. They're just having a chill time.
Bamboo garden with Panda.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if it was Yodia, because, like, kind of looked like just a Minotaur lying down, but no, it's Panda. Cassius, oh god, what would you have to do to get rid of a squiggles sting from jellyfish alien squiggles? Just tricky. Is anything gonna change for late game at some point? In short terms, the numbers are getting out of hand, and the meta is stuck in the gold meta for half a year right now. I'm not quite sure. Some of Justin's latest advice was just to lean into the gold meta and make advantage of that, or just more experimenting, see what sticks. Invento Cave. I am so proud. I just finished my first coloring sheet in decades, The Busy Bee. Thank you for the encouragement to join the community and coloring a bit. I loved it.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for participating and taking a chance.
Glad the encouragement is working.
Full Chain says, digital with an ordinary pen tablet does take a lot of getting used to. I don't have a graphic display tablet.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to communicate. Pen tablet versus display tablet.
Beatings galore. Any info on this weekend's buff? Yes. So it's the Celtic weekend with buffs to Anna, Tiernan, Gwendolyn, Nate Dragon, just to get you guys a base 20 in there for all those new players, and Mindy. So the Anna Tiernan buff's pretty good, and it has Tiernan's Golden Branch as the golden epic with the chests. Fly by Moon. Mindy's 5th rune should give her one more simultaneous mimic target per level. Then she'd only have a level 3 5th slot rune. Gregatrim, do you have links to our static dungeons forums? And if not, do you want it so you can test with the formations we're actually using? Pretty sure Ryan linked it in the Steam forum, so it's there if I need it. Just tricky about the tier 4 evil scheme objective. I like that it's something we will need to grind for, but the reward is basically useless when you are strong enough. Yeah, no, you'll need the DPS cap for future objectives. Like, it's not like everything is going to be uncapped like the dungeons, and we are stepping up, adding more objectives, so you'll need that cap increase at some point. Also, it would increase the gold cap in the dungeons, because that's still tied to your DPS cap, max number cap thing, your gold buff. Snow Lover TV, how do I unlock Rune Solvent missions? I have seen Arcane Geode missions twice, but none for Rune Solvents. Huh. What did I gate those on? I thought they just show up once a week. Shouldn't be gated on anything, are they? Oh no, I did a slot cooldown of 10 days on it? No, really? Yeah, I'll have to check with Kevin once I'm off stream. I'm pretty sure it should be one a week, but it's not gated on anything, like, just should be there, like normal missions. Kedgear, is there any chance you can get the new guy to appear on one of these weekly streams a couple of times? He is keen on being on stream, but I'm not sure he knows enough about the game yet to actually be useful in answering any questions, although he is putting in the majority of objectives these days. But he's just more copy-pasting my ideas and asking Kevin for advice.
Well, you know, we could always do like a special edition where it's you and him with the game up instead of art, because people have asked for that.
Yeah, I could teach him the game on stream, I guess. No, I'm sure he's picking it up as we go along. Cassius, a reminder that an available empty 5th slot would be a nice runes filter to have. Maybe. We'll see. Baby Illyg, how many characters to collect in Crusaders? Also, is the gameplay similar to Idle Champions, as in formation puzzle game? No need to give gameplay details. Gwen is 168?
Oh.
Yeah? No. Up there. She's in the 160s. Yes. So there's a lot of Crusaders to collect. Idle Champions exists because Crusaders was a success. So yes, it shares the formations. In Crusaders, though, everyone's just constantly doing DPS, so there's none of this attack timers like Idle Champions does. And, like, the ultimate abilities are unique to Idle Champions, too. There's some bench seats in Crusaders that unlock active abilities, but there's no ultimate attacks. But there is still some formation strategy, whereas Justin and Chris Dupuis are keeping the formations in Idle Champions a tight 10 slots, 9, 10, 11 slots. Got ahead of myself. Gragatrim says Gwen is only 165. Still a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking ahead to when the last batch of runes comes out. It'll be in the 168, I think.
Ah.
Yeah. But yeah, Idle Champions went one way. Crusaders is just doing its own thing and experimenting now. Although we keep borrowing stuff from each other, which is pretty fun. Mm-hmm. I think Justin said he's borrowed some Crusader stuff recently.
Yeah, it's definitely gone both ways, which is, fun.
Yeah. It's cool when Justin's like, yeah, I liked it in Crusader, so I stole it. Because he's just working away. Mm-hmm. He's probably not going to be as mean to players and do the times 7 quest requirements, because he didn't enjoy that, but... yeah. Okay. Mykeru, a weekly reminder of the crocodile skin.
Mm-hmm. I've got it in my list.
Mm-hmm. Remember, crocodiles and hippos and tutus are like peanut butter and jelly.
I don't know about that.
It's a Fantasia reference. I think they have crocodiles and hippos and tutus dancing in one of the musical numbers.
Fair. I do like crocodiles quite a bit, so.
Mykeru was wondering what the coin flip on the Easter skin ended up being.
Coin flip?
Well, because I told them I had the idea for the Easter skin already locked in my head, and I was like, but then they said the Robo-Rabbit skin, and I was like, shit, I'll let Kat coin flip then. And you're like, yeah, you did choose it.
I did, yeah. Because I also kind of already had something in mind, so.
Yes. Some players who, just hitting tier 5 at the event this year. Yeah, last year all of them were unlucky 7s for the tier 5 St. Patrick's, so. Got a little boring for players. Sterinda says, ooh, gold panda fun. Maybe they'll bust out gold watercolors.
Yeah, she's the perfect candidate for shiny things.
Yes. Beatings galore. I love that someone asked a question and you immediately look it up to check. You guys rock. Well, that's true. I do have Mattermost up and I can ask Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, we want to be able to answer your questions if possible, and sometimes it's just not immediately in our brains.
Apparently Wilson's game is so new right now, they got the subscribe to Idle Times pop-up. That's so cool. What does trigger that? Or maybe he was playing with some settings. idle times pop-ups like your second or third time loading the game on Steam, or used to be Congregate. I'm not sure if it made its way into the launcher. I might have. The Templar, a suggestion for crafting higher runes more quickly is to double-click on it. So double-clicking on a level 1 would automatically craft to a level 2. Ooh. What if you accidentally click like 4 times? I don't know, that feels a little dicey. But yes, I do want to get you guys a way to craft runes better. We're just trying to get a little bit more ahead on what content actually goes out. And then we can circle back to getting more quality of life features in. Cassius, wait, new guy. Yeah, I got asked last week on stream how many of us work on Crusaders, and I said there are 4 of us because Wilson will be taking over for Kevin, as Kevin wants to do something else in the company game-wise, because he's a little bored of just constantly churning out Crusaders content.
I mean, he's been just on this game for how many years?
Yeah, his last co-op term before he graduated was working on Crusaders, like spinning up the Descent into Darkness and Ghost Spirits text, and then we hired him, and we were like, you're in charge of dev on Crusaders now. So basically, since he started full-time employee with the company, he's been on Crusaders. Yeah. So yeah, he would like the chance to do something different, and so yeah, we hired Wilson to take over, and thankfully Kevin will still be here for Wilson to ask questions when he inevitably has to do something he hasn't done yet. Hardball UK, just don't bring Squiggles into Idle Champions.
Don't worry, he is safely contained within Crusaders.
What class would he be?
Don't think about it. You'll make it real.
No. There's so many streamers and lore champions to add. They probably won't reach to a Squiggles for Idle Champions CNE Original, because we want to save the CNE Originals for classes and alignments that streamers don't tend to use. So you know, that rare Triton champion, or something not chaotic or good or evil. Mostly not chaotic.
Yeah.
Baby Illigy, speaking about boring, I have been asking Sean and Dylan to have Kat guest star in Idle Champions Weekly to talk about Warden. We would love to have you guesting, and that would be my last of the Idle Champions talk.
Aww. Yeah, Dylan has actually mentioned that to me. It's just a matter of like scheduling and stuff, and there have been so many more important things like Idle Champions Presents. Yeah, I'm super willing. I love Warden. They're another of my babies. So I can't promise anything as to like how soon it would happen, but it will happen.
Yes. That sounds cool. Yeah, because you did do Idle Champions work before you decided, or well, graciously came back to Crusaders.
Yeah. At first it wasn't such a great thing, but now it's like, you know what? I like designing my own stuff.
Fly by Moon. I faced a strange problem earlier, got the Anna recruit mission just before the event started, so I got Anna from the event objective instead, but had to wait for the mission timer to end to get a new hero on the mission. No, that's not strange at all. The missions only get chosen when they're assigned and when they expire, so yeah, doing the objective wouldn't have any effect on that, and the event Crusader missions have never been gated on the events, which would be nice, but it's just been like a super low priority to fight with the mission system about doing that. Like, my idea was, you know, we just block it off for the month the event is in, because we know what month the event's in. We don't have to do it right before the date, but yeah, just hasn't been a priority on doing that. Dragon Slayer 96. Any ideas for another propagator? Well, we've done a couple adjacent ones. Some players still want to have, like, Langley but forward. Possibly I could do more in the Tiernan style. I think I like the Tiernan style. Yeah, there could be another propagator. Kedger says, doesn't matter if Wilson knows anything about the game, we'd love to just get to know him. That's fair. Mikero, they just leave me hanging. Who won the Easter skin? Kat, Erika, or me? It's a little too early to tease Easter, sorry.
I won because I'm the one who draws it.
Yes, that's true.
So unless there's a really good reason, I kind of win ties on those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not to say I don't take, ideas or criticism or whatever, but yeah, for sure this time it's just...
Yes. No, I like your idea too, so you won. Dr. Bill Blaze won the second raffle of the stream.
Congrats.
Congrats. No, Kevin and Wilson are too into their conversation to answer about the Rune Salvit mission, so... Maybe I'll try to remember to find that out for the next stream. I'm pretty sure it just should show up. Makero says Squiggles would definitely be a bard in Idle Champions. Dragon Slayer 96. With releasing one Crusader per event now, eventually all Crusaders will have a golden epic. Any plans for once that happens? I think... we're going to try doing skins again, interspersed with golden epics, so the golden epics don't run out too soon. But yeah, we're going to try selling skins again in a better way than surprise, here's a Rena skin. Yes, we'll do a much better job of that this time around. Mikero, Johnny Appleseed propagation does alternating spaces to give trees room to grow. Farmer Giles of Ham. Does mission success chance improve if a Crusader changes while on the mission? For example, if they get better gear? Yeah, if you get more EP... Well, no, they're on a mission. They can't get more EP. Yes, if you get better gear on the Crusader sent on a mission, the success chance will go up. The mission only checks if it succeeds or fails at the time you complete the mission, essentially. So whatever success it has at the time the timer says done and you're claiming it, that's when it actually checks if it succeeds or fails, if you're not 100%ing them. Just Tricky, any plans to make Crusaders weaker or stronger at the moment? Would be nice to see more old faces again and some challenges doing their best effort. Well, that's part of what the level 15 runes will do to some of the earlier Crusaders. But they do have a hard time competing with the power per seat. So it'll also be what the bonus for having all 5 rune slots equipped with a rune. With leveled runes, not just level 1 runes, with leveled runes would be. And so you can invest in your favorite Crusader at that point and make them stronger with the power. Hopefully you'll have some fun there. Starinda, is there going to be a non-whale way to get the skins? Yeah, that's what we meant, or that's what I meant when I said we'd do it better. So, like, you'd get to see how you would get the skin without paying the real money. And no one would be available. Or, like in Idle Champions, we've had a couple of feats, which are kind of runes, kind of Idle Champions runes. So they've had a couple feats in weekend promos, and those are always for 50,000 gems immediately with the promo start. So you can grind or you can pay. Depends on how much time you have. Baby Illigy cartridge is a Kong app. Just wondering if Crusaders is on it. I can't seem to find it. We did not do cartridge integration for Crusaders. It's just available on our Codename Games website or through Steam for playing it. Cassius, will the dungeon skins be real moneyable? Eyes Agent 158. Huh. Because the dungeon coin grind is too real? I hadn't considered that, but I will discuss that with Justin and see if it makes sense to do. Or just sell dungeon coins, right? And then it's real moneyable to get the skins in the Reaper. Which kind of is the dungeon pass, because that does get you extra dungeon coins. Croc 360. You could set something up in Idle Champions where they get attacked by Crusaders satyrs.
That would be a nightmare of art clash.
Yeah, no. Not even any of our newer Crusaders would really fit the art direction Adam chose for the D&D game, sadly.
And Idle Champions has a very tight art style, which was a very, very conscious decision.
Yes.
And, not that easy. So I certainly won't be one to ruin it. Let's just say that.
and Jay is like, just imagine getting wizard approvals on borrowing the Crusaders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fly by Moon, I hope you guys don't do a German sausage-based Crusader. That would be the worst. Oh, man. Oh.
No, you were the worst.
And I had breakfast sausage for breakfast this morning, and now I want more sausage. I don't know. I just had short ribs for lunch. Oh, dear. Kedgear, have you had time to conceptualize the next few event Crusaders? If so, how far ahead? And is there anything to tease at this time? I have Easter planned. I'm getting ahead there. Well, no, that's not really ahead. That's coming up. Testing is actually time-consuming. Who knew? I have the seats in mind for the Crusaders through Pool Party Tier 7. So that'll help me inspire myself to do the next few Crusaders. But I was actually thinking, like, it'd be nice to, like, plan out all the objectives and possibly some of the seasons, and then see what Crusader tags would be needed to complete those objectives, or make them easier, or make them interesting. Maybe add more speedsters. I do want to add some more speedsters with tags that don't exist yet, either through skins or through something else. So there's that. That I've got planned out, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, not the event Crusaders yet. Aside from Easter. Oh, what did I do with the Easter Crusader? I designed that last week. I don't remember. Conqueror Shinko, putting the Reaper in skins for weekly sales could add a couple of weeks of sales, and it would be added to by the new skins each season. Maybe make it so that only last season's things go on sale. Interesting. Slab McLartude. April Fools this year, every 5 to 10 minutes, some random Uber Squiggles tentacles reach in from the sides of the client view. If you click them, he drops a ruby.
That's a little more than an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the client would respond well to spawning tentacles on random areas. I mean, maybe. We did have an April Fool's thing in mind, but there is still time to change it. Maybe. If someone has a better one. There's still time to change it because we do have a little bit of buffer time. Starinda, loving Gold Panda. She looks so fluffy on the sheet.
Thank you. Yes, fluffy.
Fluffy. Fly by Moon. Could Speedsters and Projectile Crusaders get some kind of tags? They would not need to affect synergy, but it would make it easier to identify them. It is getting to the point where that would be helpful. Although the players probably have a different definition of speedster than I do, so we'll see. But it is something I am contemplating. It is on the to-do list to look at. I'm not quite sure what the tags would look like, although you did once upon a time do a projectile tag, or no, is that my imagination?
No, that's been done for a long time. Just sitting around. But
Yeah.
we decided to cool it on tags for a while, so.
Yeah, no, it's probably worth revisiting. Could make things spicy. So Hermit's premature party event is currently running and ends next Tuesday, and if we remember, on Monday or Tuesday morning we'll fix the end time because daylight savings this weekend starts here in British Columbia. Yay! So springing forward, so you might notice some instant completions of the mission system, so if you're around, have fun with that. I mean, if you're around at 2 a.m. Pacific time, yeah, no, who's going to be around? Although you might have some other instant mission completions, like, who knows. Weekend promo with buffs to Anna, Tiernan, Gwendolyn, Nate Dragon, and Mindy with Tiernan's Golden Branch. Next week is Ghostbeard's Greed Tier 5 objectives with the batch of runes that contains Mindy and Kieran, so that'll be fun. And then Nate's Candy Conundrum event starts on March 25th, along with including an update to the recruit and gear missions for the Tier 6 Crusaders who are currently missing. Baby Illigy, that panda looks cool. How would you like to cuddle up with that Fluffy in the wintertime?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that has been our stream for Thursday, March 11th. Not the 4th document, you lied to me. The 11th. I've been Erika, that's been Kat. Follow her on Twitter at Skeleven. And we will see you guys next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, bye.